Hey y'all, hope y'all doing all right. Today is day number 3 of our Black History Facts, and today we're going to be talking about Oscarville, or what you all may be more familiar with is Lake Lanier. So what happened? So in 1912, this is how the story always starts when it comes to the oppressors. There was a woman who was raped in some nearby woods of Oscarville, a white woman. And of course, they always want to blame a black man for it, right? So they end up blaming 3 black men. One of them, the first one, they actually hung. And when they hung him, his name was Robert Edwards. He was hung, and it was a public spectacle. Like I told you, what did the oppressors used to do? They used to hang us, torture us, beat us, and hang us. And when they hang us, they would have a picnic with their bland ass food. That's what they would do. They'd sit around and have a picnic, have a lovely day while they're watching us hang from a tree, right? So after that one white woman, it was a second white woman who claimed to be raped by 2 men. Now, this sounds familiar, right? A white woman claiming to be raped by a black man. That happened in our past, and it happens in our present, and it's going to happen in our future, because that's how some of these people are. Okay, we need to know this. We need to remember this. So young black men, when y'all out here messing with, Caucasian women, just remember the lineage that they are known for, okay? And I'm not saying all of them, but you can look in the news. It's these white women claiming that these brothers be beating them and raping them and all that. It was just one not too long ago where she was a model and she was abusing her black man. So a black man go with a white woman just to be abused, and then she end up killing him. So just remember from our past. We have to remember from our past. But anyway, this white woman said that she was raped or assaulted by 2 men, right? So now them white people, they was mad. So what did they do? They started running us out of our towns. We had farmland that we were doing, and once again, we were doing better than them, right? We were more financially stable than they were. We had better crop yields that they had. So that's another point. It wasn't just the fact that they lied and said the black man was raping white women. It's that they're jealous. When we're doing better than them, they don't like that because they think that we are beneath them, right? So what happened, just like it did with my other 2 stories, they ran all the blacks up out of there, killed some, ran the rest away. It ended up being a total of 1,100 black folks that got ran out of their town. And what did the white people do? Once the blacks was gone, they came in and said, well, shit, this my land now. Didn't go through no legal processes. They just said, this is our land, and they stole that land from us too. In 1947, that's when they wanted the government came in, obviously before that. 1947 is when the dam was built, but the government came in and took that land under eminent domain, okay? They did this with a lot of black towns too, even though this was now a white town because the whites ran the blacks up out of there, but the government will use eminent domain to take our land and build highways, right? That's what they did to a lot of us. The Central Park in New York, that was a predominantly black successful neighborhood that the whites came in and claimed eminent domain and took it over, right? So in 1947, they started building that dam, right? In 1959, that's when everything was complete and the dam was up and running, and they flooded our town. So under that water, under Lake Lanier, you still have businesses, you still have roads, some grave sites, because the oppressors don't care about us, right? So they didn't move all the bodies from the grave sites before they flooded it to make it Lake Lanier. So yes, some of our ancestors are still down up under that water. And now they say that our ancestors are wreaking havoc because of the drownings that's going on in Lake Lanier. These white folks want to go to Lake Lanier and jet ski and do all this shit, and they know the history of that lake, that it was once a town, a prosperous town where black people were. So all these white people are drowning, and I'm pretty sure it was some blacks too, but all these people are drowning and they're blaming it on our ancestors, in which it could be true. Hey, we got to get payback sometimes too. But so that's the third town where blacks were prospering, whites was jealous, and they killed us, burned us, bombed us, did all these things to take away our land. So when white people come on the internet and they say, oh, well, why don't blacks have their own towns if they're so great? Well, we did. And y'all fools got jealous, and you found a way, working with the police and government officials, to run us up out of there. Okay? 1,100 people had to go and relocate. So do you think it was easy for them to just go find somewhere else to live, find some way to feed their children? No. And that was another way that y'all, I'm saying white people, set blacks back. So when you sit up here and wonder why so many of us are still struggling, look at the history to find your answers, okay? Because this story of blacks being lazy, uneducated, that shit gotta end, because that's no longer the truth, okay? And y'all know that, but y'all still push that narrative just to make yourself feel better and feel superior. But if you all were so superior, why do y'all have to have y'all foot on our necks? Why do you have to oppress us? If you guys are naturally superior, you wouldn't have to do none of that. You can just let us be and we will self-destruct, right? No, because we're not self-destructive, okay? So I'm going to say this in every video. Marcus Garvey, what did he say? He said a people without a past don't have a clear future. What does that mean? If we don't know about our past, our people that came before us, our struggles, our accomplishments, if we don't know about these things, our mistakes, if we don't know those things, then how are we going to have a clear path to a bright future? We're not. You have to know your past. So I'm going to say this again too. I said in my other videos, black people, educate your children on our history. The white folks ain't going to do it for us. You see, they taking black history out of school already. And what did DeSantis say? Oh, slavery was good for them because it gave them a trade. As if we came over here without no knowledge, right? Back in the motherland, we had healers, we had architects, we had all those things, we had farmers. So we were succeeding in life. But the colonizers, the oppressors, will have you think otherwise. They will have you think that we just poof arrived here, that we weren't stolen and sold from our land. That's what they will have you to believe, that we don't have a history prior to slavery. But Africa, baby, we got a rich history, okay? We had, what, 2 or 3 golden ages, while they only had 1, okay? So teach your children who they are and the stock that they come from strong people, strong, resilient people, okay? All right, y'all. That was Lake Lanier. Y'all take care. Love y'all. Bye-bye.